Or
oh yeah, so we're gonna do light roux. I like to do a butter flour. I'm making a small batch. So butter flour, and as you see, the butter's going, and I would slowly stir in my flour until I get the roux in to my thickness and let it brown. Okay. So seasonings are in. This is literally as dark as we're gonna go because this will actually lighten up. So what we're then gonna do is go down a little bit on our heat and then start with our fresh seasoning because that's going to also help cool it down, which is green onions, our yellow onions, green bell peppers, our celery, our fresh garlic, and again, sure, as you see the steam, that's also going to cool that down. And that's how you start to cool that gumbo, well, the roux down. And as you see, it's starting to come together. So now, get all in the corners there, because that's going to turn. Okay, and together enough. I'm actually using a seafood stock. Because, I'm doing something a bit different. We're going a little more New England style with this. It's not my usual simple gumbo, and as you see, it's starting, you can see the thickness there. Go ahead and add a little more stock. Again, that's the seafood stock. I prefer non-salted. This one here is regular, but I will readjust after taste. And again, stir. This is kind of hard to do with one hand and camera in another hand, but as you see, this is perfect color. Perfect color. And that's gonna get even a little lighter because, like I said, I'm not doing chicken for this. This is gonna be really a gumbo with andouille, lobster, shrimp for my main proteins. There you go. I'm getting my sides, as you see. Get it all in there. Go back up with my heat now that I got that incorporated. I'm gonna let that start to simmer. Okay, so in a separate pan, which as you see, I'm kind of getting hot. I like to actually take my andouille and give that a quick saute, but I'm letting the pan get a little hot there. So as you see, it's not close. But while I do that, I'll show you over here some of the spices, crushed red pepper, the granulated onion, granulated garlic, the sea salt, black pepper, paprika, and cayenne pepper. When I finish it, I'll get closer towards the end part. I will use parsley, a little thyme, and obviously that, you know, just constantly taste and adjust to flavors. But that's all that's for those seasonings that I do. Let's see. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now on this, as far as the saute goes, I personally like to, whenever I can, use avocado oil for sauteing. I don't even know if this is looking at me correctly, but as a lot of people know, I'm diabetic, and avocado oil is diabetes' best friend. And by that, I mean, we need more avocado in our life. It helps with our sugars. It helps with our our numbers, because avocados and avocado oil and those things, it's rich in the fats that actually coat the blood so that the sugars don't attach to it. Just a little note from someone who is diabetic that did really good with keeping my numbers down and to a normal level without medication or insulin. So as you see, I didn't use a lot of oil. Get back to this, you know, not a lot of oil here. And honestly, just not even crazy amount. Take one, see if it's hot enough, not quite hot enough, and just kind of let it go. I heard sizzle. I don't want to go crazy. As you see, this is coming to a simmer here. Right on over. Give that a nice lit stir as it, you know, starts to simmer. Ooh. You also don't want it to stick because it's still in that simmer stage. You don't want it to stick. You want to know when you need to thin it out, which I am going to add a little water to this. And that's going to make sure that we get it right what we want for our consistency, and then start to let that kind of cook down. Okay, let me see if you got the water here. Here, water. Well, it's like 2 cups. Okay, as you can hear, this is going as not long at all. So now, that's going. You don't need a lot because obviously it's andouille. It's going to produce all itself. It's like doing ground meat. You know, it produces all of itself, so you don't need a lot. You just need something to get you started with. As you see, I, you know, kind of get it all going. Okay. As you see, they're starting to actually brown. Nice. Good, so I'm taking them out. Don't even keep going. I tell you, it smells like breakfast in here right now, though. Just like southern breakfast, nice seared sausage with some eggs, grits. I think Roux is in the kitchen somewhere. That's my grandmother, in case anybody's wondering. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I should put the mic in, but I don't. But I'll go ahead and take these out, and I'm going to actually toast my okra so this is prepared for the end session. Okay, here you'll see we have okra. I'm going to go ahead and kind of toast it, give it a nice little saute. Nothing crazy. And yes, just the same oil, the avocado oil, and the sausage. I'm using that to flavor that okra, and I'm just toasting it a bit so when I pop it in that, yes, we want it to bind the gumbo, and so we don't want it super slimy. So this is a way of helping that. It's not going to prevent it, which you don't want it to, but it's a way to help. You know, one of the things you can do is holler. One of the things you can do is holler at my cousin Cody. He actually has been rocking the gumbo scene down up in Tennessee like crazy. Louisiana Kitchen, check him out. He's on Facebook, and he's been doing his thing. I'm so happy for him. So I ain't to touch his gumbo, boy, on it. But I'm about to give you Medea's New England Gumbo, so it's gonna be a little different, and I'm okay with that. You don't find lobster in Louisiana all the time, so we got to change it up when we get up north. And no, I'm not gonna say yee-yaw and ha-ha, oh yeah, and all that other stuff. But let's finish this off, and we'll keep you going. Hi, I'm back. No, I never left. I actually been cooking the whole time. But time for tomatoes. I just used the little diced ones. No salt added, nothing crazy. I'm not going to use this whole can. No, I'm not going to cut up and do tomatoes and be all messy with it. Hold up. As you see, I'm putting tomatoes right on in. They're gonna stew down. Not gonna be crazy. Like, gumbo needs acid. And guess what tomatoes do? Add that acid. So, should not be a tomato base. As you see, I'm not getting a lot of the juice in, but I'm getting the tomatoes in. That's gonna work. And I'm doing probably a little bit of, I don't know what you call it, a third of the can, half a can, I don't know. I'll say about that much of the can. Suck it, nigga. That's why I video things, so people can see what I did later when I have to re-explain it or redo it. You're like, yo, this is what I did. Stir that in. I'm actually going to, at this point, give that a taste. Yep, the sound you hear is me rinsing that off. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh yeah, let that come back up to summer. So, you probably noticed there's a pot over here. And this pot over here is going to be for butter poached lobster. So, yep, lobster's gonna be in the gumbo, but it's not just any lobster, it's gonna be a butter poached lobster with a crab ball sauce. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get that started, and I'll be back to show you how I did it. So, we have basically seasoning in the bag is a crab ball. It's something we use a lot down south, and it's with butter. I'm going to go ahead and bring that up to temp because I want it to have a nice little simmer to it, because that's what's going to rock my lobster out. If the lobster was pretty much like cut up into small pieces, then, you know, we'll then do a whole just pure poach. But kind of stretch it out with the water going into the butter. You want to make sure that it's a warmer water, or your butter will just kind of reinstitute. But I'm going to stretch it a bit. That's what, you know. Get that all nice and soaked in. You can't aim. Yeah. Mom always said that. She was right. If you're wondering what Kyle's doing, he's organizing and cleaning. Because I suck at that. That's what, you know. He's getting laundry. We're looking at consolidating properties. He's also want making sure that, as you see the colors for the change, this is already awesome. I literally want to drink this water, but that would be bad. So we'll see. Be back. Okay, so as you see, we have lobster, tails, and butter. Yes, that's being cooked separately, seasoned separately. Normally you'll see the chef doing this with the butter over and over and over. That's when they're approaching it with the butter and things. And I'm gonna do that slowly in a larger pot because it is lobster. It's gonna be fun. Get all that flavor in there. Nice slow simmer. I sound New England like when I say simmer. As you see, that's over there simmering. As you see, simmering. And just for flavor profile, I added a few of the actual andouille, the ones that are not toasted. Let's see, I have some left because I'm season ready. But we got a few of them in there that aren't toasted. See, they're still over here, or when I say toasted, I mean the one on sauteed. As you see, it's nice and close. That is good. I actually like this one that I have. It smells like a holiday up in here. I love it. Maybe a southern New England holiday. I didn't hit my own, but I like it. Okay, so this is where I think a lot of people get confused or what have you. I traditionally will do seasoning inside and out of my gumbo. So I'm going to throw in a few of my shrimp with shell on because I want that flavor inside the gumbo itself. And I know it's not going to take long to cook down. As you saw, I was cooking the lobster, which is here, over, but that's not the predominant flavor in the gumbo itself. So I want a few of these in there to add to that seafood stock that I added. So we're actually throwing those in with shell on. I'm also going to add a few more of the actual raw ingredients towards the end, not as many as I did. So green onion, white onion, green peppers, and celery, because like we said, in every gumbo, when you thought or think you've put enough in, add a little bit more because it's gumbo. That's one of the magic tricks of it. It's seasoned to the hill. Now I'm also going to throw in my okra and my cooked sausage, which you see I'm going ahead and pop that in at this point. And let's see. And that same nice butter sauce that I made, I'm going to add in my de-shelled shrimp. So it's done. This is the actual gumbo. There's part of what I'm doing for presentation, as you see, because presentation matters. You know, it's what we drive on. But yeah, presentation matters. And pictures and things to come. So this would be a Lobster Creole Gumbo, New England style. Welcome to Medea's.